Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another video. So today we're going to be doing a different video. I feel like we're really close at this point so I can open up about this type of stuff. A lot of people ask me this in person, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a stupid video finally about this because it's like some people are really concerned about my life apparently. So we're just gonna go ahead and jump into this video. Obviously you can tell by the title this is a story time about when I dropped out of school. For those of you guys who don't know me personally, I actually dropped out of CEGEP I want to say 3 years ago, maybe 2.5. So, and I became a makeup artist and I do this full time, as well as obviously being on YouTube and doing other stuff with my friends. Like we have a lip balm company, but for example, yeah, so I dropped out of school. It's not something I'm like shy to talk about because it was my decision, and like it's obviously not something embarrassing for me because it's not like I dropped out of school and I'm sitting down in my bed every day and watching Netflix all day, because it's not the case. I worked very hard for my money. I'm very proud of what I did and my family is too, but at that time they were not so supportive. So this is a story time about the time that I dropped out of school with a little backstory about how school really worked for me my whole entire life. So I do have a learning disability, for you who don't know, which is really strange because I'm actually considered a very smart person. I'm very like business oriented. I'm able to talk to you, have a conversation about everything in life. I'm very street smart especially, but when it comes to things like math and science and things like that, I'm not really smart in that aspect. In high school and in preschool and in elementary, I was given the choice to be assessed for learning disabilities, and it was given that I did have a learning disability. I don't know the exact name of it. I'm not dyslexic by any means. I don't have any like really hard issues, but for example, when I was in Sec 2, which is grade 8, I had the capabilities in math as somebody in grade 4. So I do not, till today, I do not know my times tables. If you ask me what 6 times 10 is, obviously I know what that is because it's 60. I have a weird way of thinking, but if you ask me what 6 times 9 is, I do not know the answer to that question. So it was very hard for me. I struggled a lot in high school. I actually graduated a year after my class graduated because I failed a French exam that was worth basically everything, because I was in French immersion section, and I failed, and I kept on failing it until I graduated a year later. I took a year off after high school and I didn't go to CEGEP for an entire year, and it honestly brought great depression upon me because my friends were going along with their lives starting CEGEP and I was just on my couch every single day. And it wasn't my fault because I did get accepted to a CEGEP and I couldn't go because I failed this French exam. So I spent the whole entire year prepping again for this French exam. I finally passed it, literally just because I memorized my text by heart that I was writing the following day. I memorized it. It took me 2.5 months, and finally I passed the exam and I was super happy. I went to Vanier, and in Vanier I had literally the hardest time my whole entire life. I was trying so hard, but like it wasn't working for me, and school's never been something I was into. During the year that I took off, I would tell my parents like, can I please go to LaSalle, which is a big makeup program. I'm like, can I please go to LaSalle and do makeup? And it was always like, no. My dad's an accountant, my mom's an accountant. It was just like, school was very important back then. They were just not going forward with the fact that I wanted to be a makeup artist because it was something I wanted since I was little. So I stuck it out. I was in Vanier. One day I studied so hard for an exam. It was my Spanish exam. I studied 3 days in a row, but I still failed it. I got, I'm not even kidding, like a 14%, and that was my breaking point. I literally was like, this is my breaking point. I can't believe I failed. So I decided to drop out. I like thought long and hard about it. I didn't tell anyone. I didn't tell my parents. I basically walked over to admissions, and you are in CEGEP 100% allowed to drop out if you want to. You don't need your parents' consent. You just go ahead and do it. I went to admissions. I dropped out. I didn't finish any of my finals, so that semester was basically like, woo, like wiped out. Like that's it. Like all the good marks that I was getting at some point were completely disregarded because I dropped out. I basically said bye to everything that I worked for. So I dropped out, and this is the part you guys are all waiting for, how I told my parents. So I went home that night and I was like really down and like really scared. My heart was like beating really fast, and obviously my parents were like, how'd your exam go? I didn't even show up to my exam. So I basically get into my mom's room. My mom's on her bed watching The Bachelor, and I watched it too. So she just thought I was, you know, laying down with her. Little did she know what was about to come up. So I laugh about it now, but I told my mom, like, Mom, I'm done with school. Like, you can't push me to continue. I'm not in high school. I'm allowed fully to do this. Obviously, my mom was like super scared. Like, even if I had a child and they told me I'm dropping out of school, my first thought would be like, no, you're not. So I was like, I'm done with school. We're not doing this anymore. I can't do this anymore. I'm literally depressed. Like, I can't do it. I'm having such a difficult time. It's not something new that it's difficult for me. It's something that's been going on for 18, 19 years. So I told my mom, like, I'm done with this. That's it. So I told her I dropped out. She was so mad at me. She didn't talk to me for like 3 days. And she basically told me after the 3 days that if I wanted to continue on and do makeup, I had to do it seriously. I had to go to school and get shit done. Like, I couldn't just sit around and like watch YouTube tutorials all day. Like, I had to go to school and I had to like find a job. So what I did is I signed up for makeup school a few days later. And my dad's the type of person that's so supportive in people's dreams and things like that. So as soon as I told him, he was so supportive. He was like, of course, like, whatever you want. Like, I want you to be happy. That's my biggest thing in life. I want you to be happy, but your mom needs to be okay with it. And I was like, yeah, mom's not okay with it, but it's the way it is. I signed up for makeup school in Montreal that basically gave me my certificate once I completed the courses. It was a really fun class, but everything I learned was hands-on. So I would do like, I made a makeup Instagram. I would just like do people on the side at home, charge literally $20 at that point because I was so young. And I honestly apologize to anybody who I did their makeup back then, because it is by nowhere means makeup artistry what I did back then. I did not know how to do makeup properly. Now that it's 3 years later, I can tell you that I am fully qualified to do somebody's makeup. I back then did not know how to do it properly, so I apologize. And if you want to come back to me and I'll give you a little discount, let me know. So yeah, basically I finished makeup school and then I started working already. I messaged somebody in Montreal who owned kind of like a makeup bar, and I asked her like, do you need an assistant? Like, whatever, like, I'm finishing school. She hired me. I worked for her all summer. I work at a great place now. It's literally family. It's not a very interesting story, but the whole point of the story is to let you guys know that I had a dream that people were literally laughing at. Beginning of time when I did my makeup, people were like, Alicia Toledano's not good. Do not go to her. But now we're talking 3 years later, I have a waiting list for prom. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is that, like, you might get put down by things you want to do. Like, when I told people that I'm not in school anymore, people were rolling their eyes. People were telling me like, oh, Alicia, she's gonna add up to nothing. She's a dropout. I'm not a dropout on my couch, living at my mom's house. Like, I live in my mom's house because I can, and I'm 20. Why wouldn't I want to live in my mom's house? But I'm really proud of what I do, and I'm proud of my art, and I work. I swear to God, guys, it's Monday today. I'm not working because the salon is closed on Monday, but I do have clients on Monday sometimes. I work, not even kidding, I work 5 times a week. So when somebody puts you down and tells you, no, you can't do this, no, you're not going to do that. I'm not shitting on my parents, obviously, but I'm talking about also my friends. When I told them I dropped out of school, they're like, maybe you should just finish CJEP, see where it goes. But you know what, like, this stuff is your own decision. If you have it in your heart and you know that you're not taking an easy way out. To me, this wasn't an easy way out. To me, this was telling myself, I'm going to work so hard to get to where I want to be one day. And I'm going to open my own salon one day. And I said this all at 17 years old. I was making like $200 in a month. I'm not even kidding. And now I go from making $200 a month to working full-time. I'm very satisfied with the way things worked out in my life. There's people that will still make fun of me and still say that I'm going nowhere and still say like, oh, she's just another Montreal makeup artist. Because yeah, Montreal makeup artists, you have a million of them. But me dropping out of school, it's not to show you guys like, drop out of school. You can do better without school. No, it's to show you guys that school is not the key to everything in life. I went to school, but I went to makeup school. I didn't go to school and study quantitative methods and research methods and all these stupid classes that I literally didn't understand one bit of it. But I'm so proud of everything I've worked hard at and everything I've done. I'm so glad I got to share that journey with you guys. And this is the story about when I dropped out of school. You guys were super interested by the story, but it's just like really stupid. It's just to tell you guys what I did. If you're interested in becoming a makeup artist, really go to school. The most important thing is to build your portfolio. So basically take pictures of all your work, post them on Instagram. Be present on social media, show people your work, and tell people you have promotions and contests, and that's how you're gonna get your clientele. And if you have a similar story to mine, be sure to tell me down below. And thank you so much for watching this stupid story time, and I'll see you guys next time. And remember to subscribe to my channel, and thank you for watching. Bye.